Howdy howdy, my name is CT and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be taking you into nightmare raids, specifically against the Gentle, who is the first on the far left side of the map. Now, Gentle has the combo alternator local node on this specific variant, which means I have to alternate between landing 5 light hits and 4 mediums, depending on what the prompt calls for. I'm using Purgatory on the assault roll, and I have the Prowess Ender special ability. That means that Purgatory has the ability to gain 5 very potent prowess effects after I end special attacks. Or not special attacks, combos. Most of Purgatory's damage comes from using her special 3 against any opponent. In this case, Gentle, I have to have a Grit passive up, and I have to be in Demonic Rampage, or have 10 soul neutralizes on the opponent in order to deal roughly 7 million damage to him. That's pretty decent, and you'll see in this fight that I'm able to do it quite reliably by just sticking to looping special 3s even when I don't have those conditions met, as they do grant a massive power gain buff. So I'm able to just use them and loop them and stack up those neutralizes in order to make sure that I have reliable damage here. Now, it takes only about 2 to 3 special 3s to hit damage cap with Purgatory here. She's only rank 2. If I had her at rank 3, I'm pretty sure I'd be facing the same number of special attacks. But you can always use your special 1 to regenerate if you ever get low, just what I just did there. And again, to get that big healing that I just got, all you have to do is be in Demonic Rampage and ideally have your grit up, so you're not limited to 0.25% of his health, I believe. But with raid bosses where their health is just so big relative to everything going on, it doesn't matter as much for the special 1 as it does for the special 3. I'm going to drop the special 3 right now, and I believe this will probably hit damage cap. I don't think I have my Demonic Rampage currently online, but it might be close enough to damage cap already. Yep, where I am just going to instantly take the special 3. Just as a reminder, for raids you are capped at dealing 12% of the defender's health in a single revive. It's a little bit annoying, but I understand completely why it's there. I don't think Purgatory would be balanced if Gentle didn't instantly kill you when you had done 12% of his health. Now, I'm going to let the next few runs kind of pass by. I'm going to commentate if something interesting happens, or if I do something particularly noteworthy, but keep in mind the monitoring of the combo and the fact that he goes unstoppable after 15 hits in your combo, which can be a real problem if you don't have your passive grit up through the nodes. Got a little bit lucky there. Worth calling out if you're having difficulty punishing Gentle's special 1, you can stand relatively close to him without having to worry about the second hit really hitting you that bad. I do it quite a lot in these fights, so just keep in mind my dexes. Well, maybe not this one, but you'll see that I stand relatively close to him as he throws them. And that's another damage cap hit. Again, knocking off around 12% every single run. Great for these big beefy revives. As we get through them, I start using the team revives that they give us for free from the weekly events, and I've had great success with using them with Purgatory due to the absolutely massive regen that she has on her special one when she's in Demonic Rampage. I'll show you guys how you guys can effectively use that later in the video. Oop, looks like I forgot I didn't have crit on that one. And don't be scared of his Inexonerable, I believe it is, the serpent passive that prevents him from really moving. I know that tripped me up a lot when I was first fighting the raid bosses and they were, you know, a little bit larger in scale. But now that I've kind of gotten used to them, it doesn't trip me up as much. But yeah, that's a damage cap right there. Unfortunate. Got him down about halfway. It's always a good thing to see him start with the mediums, which means you can get 2 combos off very early to gain your prowess relatively quickly. And when he gets low like this, just make sure you're mindful of his unstoppable, as he will go unstoppable 15 hits into the fight. You can of course use Purg's natural power control of herself to constantly cross over multiple bars of power to reduce your dependency on being in Demonic Rampage, but it isn't that difficult to stay in the mode. Oops. I guess this is as good a time as any to show off Purgatory's recovery. So, by launching the special 3, this gets me out of the corner and gives me a pretty meaty power gain buff. Because I'm still in Demonic Rampage, I'll be able to use that power gain buff to shoot up very quickly to a special 1, where I'll be able to regen very quickly. You can see that rupture that he has on me absolutely ticking away. And so I can drop this and quickly regenerate up to full. Unfortunately, that he's getting fairly close to his raid damage cap, so I imagine we're gonna get smacked in the face pretty soon. Not coming exactly yet, but I remember he was at 50% when the fight started, and we're getting right in the range of him going unstoppable, indestructible, and unblockable, and shooting up to 3 bars of power. Yep. I'll take just getting smacked in the face over having to sit through the entirety of a special 3 animation. Got a little bit cheeky there with the light intercepts. But again, because we're using the big revives, we don't have to worry about the block damage as much as we would if we were just using the smaller revives, which, like I said earlier, you'll see me use later. Because I do like just getting this gentle down in one fell swoop, as he does trip up my people who don't know how to fight him relatively quickly. And there's the spacing again with the special one. Right. Every single time I lose health, it's always, this is how you can quickly recover using purgatory. Because I'm bad at the fighting game. Yep. There's another 7 million damage on the heap. It was a strategic cowardice move. I gained more health. I gained a plus 20% damage. But yep, there we go. One special one launched while in demonic rampage with the grip buff up, and we're able to shoot immediately back up to a full yellow bar. It's like I never took a full combo to the face. It's a perfect gameplay. I'm actually unsure if I have everything lined up for the max damage here. I know I just did a combo ender, so it looks like I have it. Yep, there goes Gentle, down another big percentage. I believe he's also about to go into his raid ultimate mode as a, 38% minus 12 is 26, and he's approaching that range. I can fire off an SP3 here just to cement it, or I can bait out a special 2. Special 2 is nothing crazy. Just adds a big meaty, I want to say a 6,000 physical resist on him. Obviously the reverberation, but we're not using bullseye, so it doesn't matter too much. This means his chip damage on block is going to be up quite a bit. Yeah, if this doesn't hit damage cap, I don't know what will. Yep, there he is. Throw a little striker, and bam, there he goes. We'll get to see his big old meaty special 3 again. Look at that dude, so zen after absolutely kicking my butt. Alright, this is the final full free revive that they give us, and I've managed to take him down quite a big percent. If you're worried that I am leaving my alliance mates charged up or without charges, don't worry. I have, I want to say, 20 free revives of the team ones, but I imagine I'll probably want to save those for later in the raid week as we go against some newer bosses that we don't have quite as much experience with. There we go, throwing the lights into the void in order to see if I can bait out some sort of reactionary block there. Being careful around the unstoppable, proccing it because I didn't quite have the best of luck with the initial prompts, but I do have 5 out of 5 of the prowess now, so I can safely go for the full combo, and I have my grid up, and I have demonic rampage, so I believe this attack should be hitting damage cap. Yep, there's the percentage sign from the first 2 strikes, and then safe 3% a strike there for the wonderful, wonderful 7 million damage. And her basic attacks are doing quite a bit as well. Not that it's anything to get shy about, but I'll take 140k mediums any day of the week. Yep. Unfortunately, I think we are approaching another damage cap threshold, which means that if I continue to hit damage cap here, I'll be, yep. If I hit 12% the next fight, I'll be sitting at 2%, which, if I cycle it incorrectly, will mean that I won't get a free heal on Purgatory. So, let's see if I can do that. At least a partial heal. Here's the special 3, and now you guys will get to see me go into here with low health. As we're paying attention to how much health I lost at the start of these, it wasn't that much. So as I go back in here, I'm not too worried. This is a fight that I've taken quite a number of times. I guess only once, but you know, I've taken it 10 times once and now 10 times again. Again, don't be afraid to parry while he has nothing up. We were lucky enough to get double mediums, so wait for him to fully cycle through. And now I'm able to take that, and the smart play at the very beginning is to not go instantly for your special 1. It's better to build up to your special 3, wait a full cycle, and then drop it in order to deal a large amount of damage relatively quickly. There is his 15 hits unstoppable. If you just went immediately for your special 1, you would most likely hit it into that unstoppable, and you would have a very bad time. So I'd recommend going for special 3, being patient and waiting out his unstoppable, and then dropping an absolutely baller 7 million special 3, and then doing a quick little special 1 to regain a large amount of HP. Oof. Looks like the grip of expired quicker than I would have wanted it to. But 50% is certainly more than the, I want to say 5 or 6% that we walked into the fight with. I want to say we were above 10%, but the point is it's a lot lower than I'd like to be. And this special 3 should deal a good chunk of damage to potentially push him into the final phase here. Have my grid up so I can punish the special 1 without issue. Let's see if I can get a good regen here. Gentle gives health and he takes it away immediately, I see. It's a very quick way to end the fight, Gentle. Alright, final revive here. Let's see if I can put my money where my mouth is and get a decent heal on Purgatory with only 2% left and a full Sasquatch up ahead. Only 1.5 million health left on this guy. You know, just a measly 2%. So if I go for a special 3, he will, I believe, instantly die. Assuming that I'm fully ramped here. Remember, do as I say, not as I do. Looks like I'm dropping the special 3 here and taking the safe kill over going for the heal. Oh, or the stars did not align and I do not currently have my demonic rampage up, or not exactly sure why that didn't happen. It might be an interaction with Assassin. He goes unstoppable, takes a few hits, and then I still got mine. I should be dead currently, but Gentle's been nice, and down he goes. Yep, so that's a very quick and dirty guide on how to run Gentle, or run Purgatory versus Gentle. And here's the raid loot that I got, which was a full tier 6 class catalyst, and that'll be it for this one. Thanks for watching.